Welcome back, everyone. Urging singles over 30 to ditch the screens and spark real-life connections. Dating expert Kristin Sokol and Molly Bitton from Singles Mingle events are making the case. Okay. Hi. Default, you go on the apps, the dating apps, and you're swiping, but you're urging folks to put it down and get outdoors. And you needed to team up to make sure that happens.
Yeah, it's summer, so we don't need to rely on dating apps to do everything for us. And so I teamed up with Molly. Yeah. So I'm a dating coach and matchmaker, and I work full-time doing that. Molly's expertise is events.
Love events. They make so many connections.
And she's put on so many things. Like, she's behind a lot of the events that people have probably gone to in the Salt Lake Valley and never known who's behind it, but voila, here she is.
Okay, match made in heaven right there. It makes sense.
Yes.
So how do we put down the phone and get out and try to do that? Motivate us.
Okay, good question. So after the pandemic, we've gotten used to being inside. There's been some social atrophy, and so we've become more comfortable, like swiping. And there's a real fear to being out in public.
Yep. Nobody wants to go out in public. They're just so used to being in home, and it's so easy to just pull up the phone versus go out into public.
And then you're chatting forever and not really doing much. And so you think it's important for folks to get outside and do stuff.
That's right. So Molly is an event planner, and there's so many awesome things that people like Molly are putting on. So at least if you're wanting to get out and wanting to challenge yourself, there's so many things that you can piggyback on, right? That you can just put out a group text and say, hey, a bunch of us are going to the Sandy Balloon Festival, or a bunch of us are going to this jazz festival.
Come and find us. Festival this weekend.
Oh, that's true. That's a big deal. Okay, so Kristin, you also talked about filling this gap, right, of why you decided to do this.
Right. So we have a prevalent community of religious people, but a lot of us have grown out of that wanting to meet people at church, but we're not exactly loving who we're meeting at bars either.
Yeah. No, because there's the bar scene, and it's not always the best scene to be in, and so people are really wanting to find that middle ground of find something fun and active and really bring out the best in us and meet those same people who have the same passions.
Kristin, you mentioned, okay, just text and say, oh, let's go out, let's meet out. So maybe you're not doing that. You've maybe done the work for us because now you've put out 3 events that are happening. So no excuse of planning because you've done it for us now with the planning events. So tell us more. Let's deep dive into the first event.
So our business is called
Singles Mingle Events. So
Singles Mingle events.
We have a plethora of ideas that we will start putting on the calendar, but currently we have 3 on the calendar. We have a karaoke night on July 9th at Vibe Karaoke in Sandy. Then we have a Singles Mingle 5K. So if you're the outdoorsy, you're the runner, you want to meet people that are in it, and they are all single, which means you show up and you already know they're in it for the same thing. So Singles Mingle 5K is July 19th, and then we have our summer day camp, which is going to be packed full. It's all day Saturday.
We have a Friday evening and all day Saturday. Think about the funnest things you did at summer camp when you were a kid. We've created the grown-up version of that, and we are so excited about it. It's going to be a great time.
You've really thought out these activities because one is karaoke and it's pretty low pressure and just having fun. The second one is get outdoors, do something physical, and third is go back to your childhood.
Yes.
Who is this for? Because what kind of age group and is it 50-50 women and men, or is it more women?
Yeah, so most of our events are going to be ticketed as pairs. So you buy a ticket and bring along a +1 of the opposite gender who you would vouch for, right? You're not dating them. This is a friend to you, but you would vouch for them. And that way we have a totally even pool of men and women who are available.
And you have a wing person. Why not?
The wingman.
Yes, a built-in wingman.
What makes you excited about this venture?
A lot of when we put on a singles mixer, we go up and there's all this pressure, right, to perform. But we understand that. Me as a dating coach, I understand how much pressure it is, and
Me as a single person in the 40s.
right. So we're creating a framework where we're taking the awkwardness out of it. There's a framework of how you're supposed to approach and how you're supposed to be interacting with other people. So you don't have to worry, is it okay for me to approach this person? Like, you'll have a task and an assignment, and it's so easy.
We'll have icebreakers, we'll have challenges throughout the evening. So the best part is it's not just you having these challenges. Everybody in the room has those challenges, which means you're all on the same page, and it makes it so much easier, and it's like just a warm,
fun. And if you need some tips before those single mingle nights and events, call Kristin. Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me at kristinsokol.com, or you can reach out to us through our website. Molly, tell us what our website is.
singlesmingleevents.com.
There it is, right there on your screen, singlesmingleevents.com. Thank you.
Also on Instagram.
And on Instagram. We'll put that on our website as well. Thank you to the both of you, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.